Imagine flying into an unfamiliar city, going to a level 1 trauma center, surrounded by gang members, their family, also people who are crying, who are in pain, and there's lots of chaos. How do you remain focused on your goal when you want to be there to support a friend? Hi, I'm Maureen, and thank you for listening to me today. Recently, I had to go out of state, and I was with a friend whose family was in crisis. In this crisis situation, they were surrounded by lots of people, not just gang members, but friends that were there bringing food, bringing fried food, healthy food, candy, fried chicken, pizza, games. You're surrounded with all this temptation, and you still have to remember that you need to focus on being healthy, to be strong, to be supportive for your friend. How do you prioritize? How do you make the decisions that are not only best for your friend, but are also best for yourself? Because there's only so much you can do. Also, you're sitting in an area that can be somewhat extremely frightening. I'll say that. It was extremely frightening. In this hospital, it had a prison hospital in the basement. So all day, every day, criminals are going past you in a wheelchair, handcuffed, surrounded by police officers, sheriffs, you name it. And these criminals are going by, and it's a little bit unnerving. So how do you stay focused on helping your friend and making good food decisions? Well, first of all, I have to realize I'm not there for me. I'm there for my friend. And do they really care about what I'm going through? No. I need to be there to support them on their journey. What I'm going through, I internalize. So I have to make the decisions that are best for me without bringing or burdening them with my decisions. The first thing that I had to decide is I can't control the beautiful food that is showing up to feed us. I can't say, can you maybe bring me just a plain hamburger so I can stay keto? However, my decisions and the control that I have is how I'm going to respond. The second thing is, even in trauma, chaos, confusion, I have to choose self-control and give grace and mercy, but also do what's best for me. The third thing that I needed to do in the middle of this situation is I don't need perfection. I don't need to be perfect for myself in my decision making. I need to make progress for myself and yet be 100% available to everyone else. This was the situation I was recently in. I needed to do a reset because I had gained some weight due to circumstances, and I want to lose that weight. But my priority was to be there for my friend, her family, and the people that I was surrounded by. Even if it was a gang member's daughter. That's another story. So my weight loss journey is my weight loss journey. This is a journey that's personal to me. It doesn't matter to the people that I was with, nor should it be. Their priority had nothing to do with what I was going through. The focus of being there was to be supportive, to be uplifting, and to bring joy. My decision to go there was my decision. So what I put in my mouth was my choice, not theirs. The food that was brought to us, I had to be grateful and was grateful, and I did it with dignity and grace. They also brought lots of healthy food. But as I have said before, I'm an emotional eater. When I'm put in a position like this, my first thing is to go and grab carbs. That's just me. Carbs and cookies. They kind of go hand in hand. But I had other decisions I had to make because there were choices. There were fruit. There was fruit that was brought into us. There were empanadas. There were burritos. There were salads. It was just a beautiful situation. But I had to make the decision. I had to make the choice. I had to make the decision for me without burdening everybody else about, oh, do you have a hamburger or do you have just baked chicken? No, I couldn't. I couldn't do that. The priority was my friend's daughter. So if you find yourself in a very difficult situation, you have to remember 3 things. Your environment that you're in, whether it be surrounded by gang members, thugs, regular people or not. Your environment doesn't decide your destiny. You do. That is your decision. The second thing I was reminded of is in the midst of chaos and trauma, somehow you have to be the calm. So if taking a deep breath, walking around, drinking extra water brings you peace and tranquility, or prayer, that's what you need to do. You need to remember why you're there and what the focus is. The third thing that I needed to remember while I was in this situation for me personally was what my priority was. It was to be there for my friend, and it was also to remain healthy, even in that situation, which was very challenging. I'm there to help a friend, to stay on track, and I didn't give up. I'm home now while my friend is still in the city that she's unfamiliar with her husband, surrounded by other people and loved ones. And she's just in survival mode while I'm home and I can get back on track. So I ask you today, what can you do for a friend in need while staying on track? What is the best decision you can make for yourself to be aware and to be healthy? I challenge you, please make your comments. Tell me, what is it that you're going to control today in the midst of chaos? Or what was your most difficult decision you had to make while you may have been in a similar situation? I hope everybody goes out, has a great day, and go make a memory, because life is short.